intuitive viewers. Thank you for being very patient while we get everything set up. Hopefully everybody made it to this feed. I was testing another feed and it didn't, I canceled it, but I didn't cancel it on YouTube. So I just canceled it. So hopefully everyone knows to get on this feed. So hopefully you made it here. Okay, so the other thing is my sound is different because my microphone has a short in it, so I can't use it. So I'm just using my sound from my computer. So let me know that you can hear me and we are all good. And we will begin to unravel the nightmare that is upon us. I want to remind you that any donations tonight or any money that comes through the chat is going to a group called Whole, WHOLE, Whole Women's Health. And it is a women's advocacy group for it's an advocacy group for women's health, but also for the women's right to choose. They have special services that they offer for people that need them. So that is where everything is going tonight, minus taxes. I learned about taxes. Adam taught me about taxes. So minus the taxes, everything is going there. Okay, so we're all ready to go. So let's get to some questions. And I name check at the end if you want to stick around and hear me thank you personally. I'm happy to do that, but we will, we're going to jump in, we're going to dive in, and my guides are raring to go and have been talking to me all day. So I have complete faith in what they're about to give us. And there we go. Thank you, Lenny, and thank you, LLC. Thank you so much. Yes, great cause for tonight's donations. Exactly. Yeah, we're not giving up. So they can just, whatever. Okay. Oh, thank you, Heather. Thank you, Mia. Thank you so much. All right. So will Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter be finalized, or will there be an upset in the deal? Okay. So something unforeseen, to me, it feels like it's a little bit, something may hold it up, but I feel like it may go through anyway. But if something is unforeseen, I'm getting that message of red tape again. There's also conditions, something about conditions. So I think they may add some conditions or something to the sale. But I'm getting the feeling that it's going to go through, but it's just, there might be some little hitches here and there. Thank you, Thelma. Thelma Schaefer, thank you. So that's what I'm getting. But it looks like it will go through, but it just may be tied up a little bit, and there may be some conditions added to the sale and some red tape to get through for him. Thank you, Ilamara, and thank you, Barbara Mills. Will the Women's Health Protection Act be a possibility after the midterms? Creates new legal protection for the right to provide and access abortion care. Thank you, Don Foster Langford. Thank you. Okay. If I don't thank you, Adam will thank you, just because I'm going to be concentrating. But thank you so much for donating tonight, everybody. This is important. So. Thank you, Bob Lowe. Thank you so much. So I'm hearing slow but sure. And I'm hearing federal. So there is, it could be this, but that's what I'm hearing. And so and it feels like a heavy rumble almost. So I feel like there's a lot there. It's almost like a pushing a boulder uphill, but it's going to happen. We're going to make this happen. It's like it is sheer will. But it's supported. It's supported on the other side. They're letting us know it's supported on the other side. I'm asking why. They're talking about free will, but they're also talking about free will of the spirit. Free will of the spirit. So this is very interesting. They're saying this is that abortion not only has to do with free will of the mother and the parents, but it also has to do with free will of the spirit as well, which is very interesting. It kind of reminds me of, which is weird, and I'm not going to try to delve into all of it, but it's just they're letting me know this is why this is supported by the other side. It reminds me of the story in Christian Sundberg's book where he talks about coming to earth as a spirit and bailing last minute and causing a miscarriage for the mother that was supposed to be his mother. That's what it reminds me of. So it's like two choices, two free will experiences in one when it comes to those early pregnancies, early miscarriage, abortion, things like that. So I don't want to get into too much into it because this is like a day of meditating for me to break down exactly what I'm getting here. But they're letting us know this has to do with the free will of both people and of spirit, and so it is supported by the other side. The idea of the right to be able to choose what to do and how to taking these choices into your own hands. So yeah, and I don't want to offend anybody or offend anyone's religious beliefs or anything like that. I'm just saying this is what I'm getting. Okay, just the telephone. I always have to say I'm just the telephone. Thank you, Mags, 2248. Thank you. Okay, so this is a possibility, but they're making me feel like this is slowly but surely going to come to the result that women are going to have the right to choose. It's going to move in that direction, and it's going to happen. And it's going to be like pushing a boulder up a hill, but we're going to do it. It's sheer will, and it's men and women. It's not just women. It's men and women. That's been my biggest surprise, actually, since these things broke, is the anger of men on Twitter and on TV. It's not just women that are absolutely outraged. It's men too. So there you go. Will Roe v. Wade be overturned, perhaps before a change back? I just heard upset in the court. Two fronts. So they're saying that people will be working here to have it not be overturned, and people will be working on the other side to not have it be overturned. If it is overturned, it will be short-lived. And there's an upset on the court. There's an upset on the court. There's something that happens between now and this decision that there's an upset. 1 second. It feels like a protest and someone stepping down. Thank you, Firefly. It feels like a protest and someone stepping down. And they keep saying there's going to be two fronts working at this. So we're going to have a lot of help with this. And I feel like my guides are kind of like, listen, if this happens, it is short-lived. It's going to be like flipped and flipped. But they're making me feel like this isn't in the cards. It's not supposed to happen this way. It doesn't mean things can't be, these are strings of possibilities, right? Or what we're following the possibility. What's the most probable right now? And they're still letting me know this is not as probable as we think from where we're sitting right now. It's not really supposed to happen like this. So we have a lot on our side. They're showing an upset and somebody stepping down. So, and I feel like there's a push for this on here and there. Is there a probability that this could still happen? There is. There's still a probability, but it's small. And they're saying if this happens, it's going to be like it's going to be flipped and then flipped. So that's what I've got. And I can speak for myself. I'm not going to stop or shut up until everybody has the right to do what they want. Women, until women can do what they want with their own body. So if I feel that way, and I'm a pretty calm, average Joe, that millions of people feel that way. So I'm not giving up. I know that. And I'm sure you feel that way too. And as long as we feel that way, we're not giving up. So there is nothing. Don't move into fear is what I'm trying to say. Don't move into fear. If you have to move into something, move into anger, then move into action and keep going. Keep going. We have help. I'm telling you, we've got help pushing for this. And there are reasons why, even spiritual reasons why, that we don't really understand or have a full understanding of. Maybe some of you do. I don't have a full understanding of it, but I'm giving you what I'm getting. So, okay. Don't fear this. Don't fear that. Don't move into fear. Will any of the Supreme Court appointees installed by Trump be removed for any? Okay, we're just, I'm answering the questions before I get them for some reason tonight. Okay, so, I'm going to ask more about this person stepping down. And again, it's a possibility. It's kind of like they're showing me this is a likely scenario. And it's like protest, person stepping down. That's what it feels like. And I don't mean 3 protests. I just mean like constant protest and then somebody stepping down. I just heard too much pressure. So they're stepping down because of the pressure. I'm going to go up. I'm just going to say what I think I'm getting. I think it may be Clarence Thomas. Just putting it out there. Because I'm seeing his wife. So I'm thinking it may be Clarence Thomas. And it may be partly because of his wife. Remember, you know what? Remember a long time, not a long time ago, but maybe a month ago, I saw him leaving because like to take care of his wife. Do you guys remember that? Does anyone remember that? I don't know if you guys remember that, but and so I'm thinking maybe there is something that happens with her and the committee, or her and the law, or her and the something, but she could be the league. Maybe she's the league, but yeah, Lisa Foster, thank you. Yes, you guys remember that. So that is what I think I'm getting. I'm going back to that. So I think it could be Clarence Thomas. So that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Yeah. And say, you know what? If it's Alito, great. Yeah, I don't care who it is. It could be Kavanaugh. Great. Good. Amy Coney Barrett. Great. I'm just going out kind of on a limb with what I'm getting now and what I got before, and saying I think it may be Clarence Thomas. Yeah, mental health for her. For sure. For sure. Barb P., thank you. Okay. Who leaked the Roe v. Wade brief? The right wing is arguing a liberal clerk, perhaps, but there's also the suggestion this was somebody on the right, perhaps focusing the anger on the leak, not the judgment. I just heard staff right. So right-wing staff, and also I'm seeing my sign for coordination for like more than one person, like coordinating. Firestorm. I just heard firestorm. So I'm just going to put this together like this. What it feels to me is a right wing, and I've tried really hard not to have any theories about this. I've kind of just watched and listened and not tried to kind of just stay clear of any theories, because I wanted to be kind of an open vessel for whatever came through, because I knew this question would come up. To my surprise, what I'm getting is having to do with right-wing staff, and knowing or being afraid of a firestorm, of how it would be received, how it would be taken, kind of stop trying to like get an idea of what it would look like, what the blow would look like, and also getting an idea of who was on board and who would chicken out. So almost like locking people in or making people commit one way or the other. But it's what's surprising to me too is that it's coordinated. It's like more than one person talked about this. Like a meeting happened. That's what it feels like. It's like a whole meeting happened about this. And it's like, this was determined to be a good idea. I'm shocked, actually, to be honest. I really felt like Well, like I said, I kind of just kept my ideas open, but I am shocked that it feels like a whole meeting took place. Everyone, like, they talk like it's a conspiracy. That's what it feels like. So that's what I got. So we'll see whether it will come out or not. I'm unclear. I heard, and I'm seeing muddy water. So I feel like they're going to try to muddy the water, make it confusing. I was asking about Roberts, and they said blind eye. So he turned a blind eye. So either he didn't want to see it or he didn't see it. Something about a blind eye. Thank you, Patty Olson. So, okay. All right. That's what I got. I know, conspiracies. What is with these people and conspiracies, my Lord? Is there any momentum behind a movement in Russia to oust Putin? I just heard golden opportunity. So there's going to be an opportunity to get rid of him. Out of the picture. It feels like they're talking about it right now. For entertainment purposes only. No Russians come after me. I'm seeing behind bars, which is weird. I'm wondering if he might. And there's something about this too it's moving slowly. There's something slowly moving and building. And there's going to be a golden opportunity. And I'm seeing behind bars. So and you know that I saw that thing about kind of breaking open the prisons and like letting people out. And I'm wondering if it's like that they switch places, like they let people out and they put him in prison. Because I'm seeing something about behind bars, which is weird. I've never seen that before with Putin. I've always wondered, the closest thing I got to like what may happen to him was when I saw him and Hitler together, and I thought maybe it would be like a bunker moment. But so that's what I'm getting. I'm going to leave that there. And you guys are good at deciphering and maybe thinking the golden opportunity. It may be the surgery. If that's true, I haven't heard anything about the surgery. I've only heard it here. So I don't know about that, but weird, right? Okay. Yeah. An anesthesiologist. Yeah. A very liberal anesthesiologist would be interesting. Okay, so that's what I got. So, okay, Putin's question. Okay. Did Putin get a terminal diagnosis? Is this why he's acting like somebody who has nothing to lose? Okay, so if you watched, you know that whenever I talk about him or his health, I get he's dying. That's what I keep hearing. And so I would take that as, and I just heard percentages. So what they may have said is something like, you have a 40% chance of survival, something like that, that just feels like a death sentence. But I always hear he's dying. And so that makes me think he's dying. I don't mean to laugh at that, but that makes me think that's what it means. I'm taking it kind of as literal. He's dying. It could be his regime is fading, or he is fading away. His brain is fading. It could be different interpretations, but I've kind of taken it as at face value that he has some kind of terminal something that is killing him. So that I've got to just kind of go with that, and I'm getting it the same exact thing that I always get. So that's what I'm getting. Is Putin going to fake his death and escape to another country? I love this question. Adam loves this question. Okay. I feel like he's okay. I feel like he's like toyed with the idea of running, like leaving, if things came to that. But I almost feel like he doesn't even want to go there. Like he's thought about it fleetingly. I feel like I keep hearing Mother Russia, so I feel like he wouldn't flee his home. That's what it feels like. He might hide within his home somewhere. It's strange because I feel like he is fearful. I mean, clearly, he goes around killing people around him because he's so paranoid. So he's clearly fearful, but he doesn't like to think of himself as a coward, as a person who would run away or be scared or fake his death and run away. He doesn't like to think of himself like that, is how it's coming across to me. And so I feel like he has fleeting thoughts of things like that, but always comes back to, I couldn't leave my home. I couldn't leave Russia. He feels that, I know this sounds crazy, but I've gotten this before with him, that God has put him in charge of Russia to protect Mother Russia. That's kind of his and to grow Mother Russia, to bring it back to its old glory. He has this weird thing with God, him and God, I think it's just the way that he has to think, because he doesn't have, he then nobody can argue with him, right? God put me here. Well, how are you going to argue with that? So, but that is his, and more recently, I feel like he talks to God. He thinks God is talking to him. He is embracing that notion of this idea of a holy war and him being the savior of Russia, that kind of really grandiose stuff. So although Adam likes this question, and I do too, I think it's kind of, it's very, James Bondish, but I think that it always comes back to him not leaving his home or not leaving Mother Russia. So I'm going to say no. That's a long answer, but yeah, I mean, it's not God. Clearly it's not God. It's his psyche. It's his crazy. He's going nuts, basically. And he's trying to, give himself the courage and to keep going, because he's failing. It's failing. He's failing. His army's failing. Everything's failing. So he's trying to build himself up some way. And this is what he's escaping into his own mind. That's a great way to put it, David. He's creating stories in his head and trying his hardest to believe them. And he's done it his whole life. I mean, he believes his own stories all the time. So does Trump. That's how they survive all the time and keep bouncing back, because they believe their own bull. So, yeah. I also know that there is that rumor that he has Parkinson's, and I know with Parkinson's that you can have delusions. You can have literal, visions and delusions and things. So I'm wondering if it could be also, something like that as well. Is Belarus going to join going to join the Russian war effort? So I just heard not officially. So I think they may be help. They may help and be helping, but it may be kind of like the United States, how we're not really helping, but we're helping. It's like that. So not officially is what I am hearing. And I'm also feeling like it is kind of in the shadows, in the background, and it's there, but not there. So that's what I'm getting. Yes. Thank you, D Rose. Yes. All donation will be going to whole woman's health. Will the people trapped in the Azovstal, the steel plant in Ukraine, survive? How weird. I want to cry. I want to well up and cry. Because I feel like on the other side, this has been hard to help with and to witness. Some. They're saying some. They're saying there are some deaths that have happened inside from just the harshness of the conditions. It feels like older people. And it's funny because my guides are like, we're attempting for most. Like we want most to survive. If some are, they're saying some are unwilling to survive. So that makes me think of the soldiers are prepared to absolutely go down with the plant and I don't say happily do so, but it is their, they know the moment they're in. They know the history of this moment. They understand it completely. But my guides are like, we're pulling for most. We're doing everything possible to help most survive. Okay, I'm not going to go into all of this that I'm getting, but it's partly it's even like a whisper in the ear of like, you can do this, you can survive, don't give up. It's even things like that they're showing. So they're doing whatever they can on the other side to help this and to influence, to give comfort, to give hope. And they ask us to pray. They're asking us to pray. They're turning the plant into a church. They're saying this is it's almost like a sacred space right now. This is a sacred space. They're there. It's like it is filled with light energy, I guess you'd say, but that's what they're showing me. So that's what I got. Okay. Big shift in questions. How is Celine Dion's health? Yeah, don't worry about segues or anything. How is Celine Dion's health? Apparently, she's rescheduled her tour again. So there's something about not keeping weight on, and something about having to, something about steroids, taking, I mean, and not, I don't mean like abusing steroids, but I mean like being treated with steroids for something. And weakness, fainting. It's this also this, there's something that is affecting her voice as well. I feel like it's the fatigue or the, to me, it feels like does it like, to sing, you have to have a certain amount of strength in your lungs and strength in your body. And it feels like I don't have the strength. Thank you, Persona Transformation. Thank you for the girls. Thank you so much. The rib cage. So there's something about, not having the strength or not having the ability to like expand in the way you need to sing. So it's even like affecting the voice. And so to me, that's why things are being moved and rescheduled, but it's the fatigue, the strength. not having the strength. So, and it's weird too. It feels like it kind of like her health kind of deteriorates, then she comes back, then deteriorates and comes back. It doesn't feel like it's just a deterioration. It feels like it comes back. So maybe she'll come back and be able to kind of get back on top. I'm not picking up what exactly is going on, or like what the name of this is, or what exactly is wrong. It's just those are the things I'm feeling and picking up. Not nourishing herself enough. It could be that. It feels involuntary though. I mean, it feels like it's just happening. Like the weight won't, like I can't keep weight on, and I can't, and I'm like tired, fatigued, have like lethargic, no energy. But it could be by her own hand, it could be just she's not eating. I'm not sure. But yeah. Okay. We officially passed the 1 million milestone of deaths from COVID in the US. Do people who said this was just like the flu have any self-awareness how wrong they were? So it's really weird. This reminds me when we were in England when this started, and I remember getting the message. I was asking how many people are we talking? How many would be affected? And I heard millions. And I thought that can't, at the time, I think I even said that can't be right, but I'm hearing millions. And now we're hitting that million milestone. And that just came back to me. But it seems impossible. It seems it seems impossible. So you're, asking if people, basically, if the people who thought this is no big deal, it's just like the flu. And I'm getting that if they get it, I'm hearing like yes, many. There are some who will just they're showing me people that were like impacted personally. Like this person I know died of COVID, so I know. But they're putting them kind of in categories of like, there are people that have realized and are like, oh my gosh, yes. And, started taking precautions. And then there's these other groups that are kind of like, there are people, people that think, well, the people that died were just people that, were weak or had, were compromised in some way. The media is lying to us. There's like conspiracy like things going on as well. So there are a group, I don't know, a third or whatever, a quarter, a third that are absolutely like, yes, this was more serious than I thought. So I'm going to focus on them and say, yes, there's a portion of people that do understand and know how wrong they were. And partly it's fear, right? People didn't want to think this could be so awful. So those normal people who were just afraid and then realize, oh my gosh, this is serious. There are those people out there, but there's also these conspiracy things still, happening where they're just in denial, basically in denial. And that's that. So. What do you see in regards to China's new lockdowns? This is weird. I just heard there are people that starve to death. Could that be right? I don't know anything about the lockdowns, but I'm hearing there are people that have starved to death. Because I keep hearing the dead, but it's like they starved to death. That is weird. And these things, a lot of things are going to be hidden from public view. I'm seeing some footage that may come out about what's happening or what happened. And abuse, like a family, like abuse and like family, even like suicides. This is weird. I don't like this at all. I'm going to kind of step out of this energy and just say that it's awful. I don't know what the heck's going on. But I'm even getting like family, like suicides. I don't know what this is. Desperation, I just heard. So that's what I'm getting for the lockdowns. That's not what I expected to get for that. Really, really like desperate and dark. I don't know what this is. So, but I feel like there might be footage at some point coming out or something. Please, please for help, please, like videos or something. Oh my God. Okay. So Karen, okay, go ahead, Adam.
I was just going to say, so yeah, I didn't know about this either, but yeah, I think they're using, Weibo, China's equivalent of Facebook, to basically broadcast like, I'm starving. People are not being allowed out of their homes. They can't get any food, and they're literally just like starving. So it would not surprise me if also there were suicides. This is the New York Post I'm reading right now, so take that with a grain of salt, but a broken clock is right twice a day. So definitely it's validated.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, I didn't know about this, you guys. I'm so sorry to hear that. Gosh, that's awful. This is they're talking about this is a beginning of a kind of a turning point in China. So this may have a place in history as kind of a turning point for people. So yeah, I don't know why that's coming up, but yeah, that's crazy. I want to get out of that energy. So let's move along. So yeah, sorry about that. Who's going to win between Tim Ryan and JD Vance in Ohio? Vance won Republican nomination with orange nomination. I cannot believe it. Go away, Trump. Okay. I just heard Tim Ryan handily. So to me, it doesn't even seem close. So That's what I got. Not even a a little bit of like, oh, well, it's going to be close. It's like Tim Ryan, handily. That's it. What do you see in the future for Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island? He has a fan in Karen C. Okay, let's see. So I feel like he's going to be he'll be in the Senate a little while longer. It's weird that I'm feeling like he might be involved in some kind of being in charge of like ethics or something in the government. I don't know what position, if that's what the position is called, like government ethics or something, but I feel like he might be called to that position. Things are going to be changing a lot in the next several years. I know that it feels when things like this week happen that it feels like the bad guys are winning, but I'm telling you that there are going to be a lot of changes in the next few years. And I feel like he's put in a position for ethics by a female. So I'm thinking a woman president or just somebody that is above it that has to fill that position. But it feels like a female puts him in that position. It's an appointed position. So that's what I'm seeing for him. At least right now, that's what I'm seeing. So Vicky White is a correction officer in Alabama who helped Casey White escape prison. Where are they? Will they be found? Is Vicky alive? I just heard lovebirds. So do you know if they're in love?
I mean, supposedly they've been having an affair for 2 years. So why he was in prison and she was the guard. I guess they like to role play, but
okay. I just heard lovebirds. And they flew the coop. I guess that's why they said lovebirds. Take the money and run is what I just heard. It was weird because I heard it and I saw like a flash of the money, or the flash of the movie, Take the Money and Run. Take the money and run. So they have somehow, I don't know if they stole money or they got money, but they have some money and they ran. They're running across state lines, I just heard.
Validation again. 2-state crime spree. Yes.
Okay. Where's Alabama? I'm trying to think think where Alabama is. Because I feel like if you're looking at a map and I'm Alabama, they're going this way. I feel like they're still in the South, though. So, I feel like they're moving through the South. Under the radar, I just heard. And they're trying to go to like a place to get lost in the population. So somewhere very populated. Oh God, I'm thinking Florida, but I don't know if that's just me thinking, oh, a couple like that would go to Florida. So, but it just feels like, I think they're both still alive actually, right now anyway. I feel like they're both still alive. Yeah, that's what I got. Sorry, that's all Oh, will they be found? Oh yeah, I think they'll be found, and I think they'll be stopped and found. Whether they'll be like right now, I think they're alive. Right now, I think she's alive. They're alive together. It could be, I don't know. I can't tell you how exactly this is going to end, but I feel like they will be found and caught. So if they go in alive, then they go in alive. If they decide to, death by cop or whatever, or suicide or whatever, that's a whole nother thing. But as of right now, I feel like they're alive, and their intention is to not be caught, but I think they will be. So.
By the way, I just want to point out in the chat, apparently he's 6'9".
Oh.
So he's really, really inconspicuous for a guy on the run.
Well, he can do one of those costumes where you get on your knees and be really short.
Normal height, yeah.
Yeah, maybe New Orleans. Yeah, so it just feels like they're like, let's go somewhere populated, like really, really populated. So like, just, I don't know how you can blend in at 6'9", but that's it. Just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I like I said, I feel like she's alive now. Maybe, maybe she won't be, or maybe but I feel like it's a partnership. That's what it feels like to me. So I don't know. What are you gonna do? Yeah. What is DeJoy's future? Will it involve a saw like a contraption? Okay. Host Rings Eternal. I do see him leaving, and I also do feel like there's going to be a lawsuit of some kind. Because I see him like having to like testify, like be in like a deposition kind of thing. Very uncomfortable. But I do think he's going to be going. I know this has been a really long process of this jerk getting out, but it does also feel like there's going to be a lawsuit of some kind. I just heard skimming, so I'm not sure what that is, but skimming, and there's going to be a lawsuit of some kind, and like a very uncomfortable. I feel like it's like uncomfortable for everyone, uncomfortable for him, uncomfortable for us watching a deposition of some kind. Yeah, so that's what I got for him. He's the worst. Roman Protasevich is a Belarus dissident who was taken off a Ryanair jet. What are you doing to me? Why am I having to say all these words? That was forced to land in Minsk. Minsk. How is he doing? I just heard prisoner, so he's somebody's prisoner, or he is a prisoner. Underground? I feel like he's alive, but they're saying some kind of underground prison. I don't feel like it's been decided what to do with him. Somebody just said safe landing. So I kind of feel like somebody else is coming into the picture, or somebody else, they're waiting for someone else to come. Yeah, it's so interesting reading on things, and I've done it a lot tonight, on things that I have no knowledge of at all, and just kind of what comes in. It's really weird, because my guys are very good at like painting a picture out of like, I have no context for this, but so that's what I've got. They're holding him in a prison underground. They're waiting for someone else to come and off an airplane, obviously a safe landing. And deciding what to do next, deciding what to do with this person. That's what I got. Yeah, maybe Lama Bryant, maybe it is a prisoner exchange. It's not, yeah. Okay, guys, I guess that is it. We are a little over time, but I am happy to be here for you guys. You guys, thank you so much for donating tonight. It's all going to Whole Women's Health. They're a women's advocacy group. And we are not giving up. We're not going to give up. So they can do this. They can try to, thank you, Pammy Hansen. They can try to go backwards and stop as long as they want, but we are going forward. It is evolution. They cannot stop the beat. That's it. So they're not going to. That's just not, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We're not going to let it happen. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam, for being here tonight, for helping, for doing the questions. And I am going to name check y'all. And if you would like to stick around to hear your name checked, you are more than welcome to. So I am going to start with Adam and Deb Z. Char on the harp. Thank you. Virgo in Sin. Jess R. Serona Running Horse. David Curley. Thank you. Melody Lemonade. Tony Stokes. Lisa Foster. LLC. Jamie Johnson. Jill Clark. Stephen Lazinski Slowick. Is that right? Karen W. Gentle Whisper. Mary Weinstein. Cynthia Sunshine. Diana Martin. Thank you. Pamela Stevens. Lisa North. Judith Casale. Pammy Hansen. Eng. Kelly Scarborough. Oh, and tomorrow night I'm going to be on with Andrea and Debbie on Freebird Spirits. So we'll pick up tomorrow. Thank you, Rob. Thanks so much. Rob Falvigiano. Check out his channel. Chili Dog. Connie B. Samantha Smith. Butterfly Kisses Healing. Carol Gallagher. Samelia Benkel. Thank you. Liz L, Dan Artist Painter. Hi, Dan. Kathy W, Deanna, thank you. Thank you so much, Deanna. Karen Conroy, Tracy Katula, Sweetie Darling Lulu, Kelly Scarborough, thank you, Kelly. Pam Kasanovich, Lamplight, thank you. We'll hit that question tomorrow night, Lamplight, okay? So go over to Freebird Spirit and we'll get that question. Thank you. Blessings to you, Christine BR, Denise Carringer. Hi, Denise. Carol Michael, Mary Panouf, Stephanie Craig, Skywriter. Thanks so much. D Rose, Patty Olson, Denise LaForgia, Callie Cleescape, Carol Lamb, Celtic Seer, thanks so much. Sandra Tibbetts, Janice Connett, Brenda Ars, Mia G, Ether Twist, Sandra for Connecticut, thank you, Sandra. Frida Stinger, thank you, Frida. Yes, it's overwhelming. There's a lot going on in the world. Thank you, Prince Charming's mom. Steph S., Above the Clouds, Just Visiting Firefly, Diana CM, Lisa North, Pammy Hansen, thank you. Roxanne M, thank you so much. Cheryl Nash McIsaac, A Lady, Wendy Adams, Carrie V, Ethereal Material, Linda Thompson, Tish L, Douglas A, Meg Garrow, Terry Pasquale, Jan Burke, Tracy Ralph, Neptune's other daughter, Prince Charming's mom, Chris Wickens, Kathy Watson, Ms. Sharon. If I do somebody twice, I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to go through this. Locomole, Lily Rose, Firefly, Mama Jen 65, Flying Without a Broom. I love that. Ethereal Material, Melody Lemonade. Is there anybody else? I think that's about it. All right, everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Bring your questions. We've got the trifecta. We're going to figure it out for you guys, and we'll all support each other and hold each other up through this difficult time. And I will see you guys very soon. Oh, Chris Wickens and Kathy Watson. Thanks, you guys. Have a good one. Thanks for coming. Bye.